All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we are, back again. It is now the North Region CVAL Grand Finals, a rematch between Northwood University and St. Clair Saints. Now, these two teams are no strangers to each other. They've played each other time and time again. And I would say the split between them is about even, but this time around, it was the St. Clair Saints that knocked Northwood University down into the lower bracket. And this time around, this means that the Saints, they get the map advantage. They get to pick the first map, and they pick Ascent. This means that Northwood is going to be picking the defender side. Now, oh no, sorry, Northwood picked the attacker side. Interesting. Oh, not many teams are opting to attack first on Ascent, so maybe Northwood has some sort of strategy that we are not quite yet sure about. So this should make for an interesting matchup, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to see the mirror comp, the tried and true Ascent comp, come out. Y'all already know what it is. I don't gotta say it. You can see it on the screen. So this is going to be very interesting. Lots of confidence then coming out from them. So we were able to see Northwood yesterday be pretty dominant versus Mizzou, even on Ascent, even on their attack rounds. So I'd love to see what they can break out today.
Turret out.
I'm taking a look now. It looks like they're going to be setting up over on that A side. See that typical one-way smoke come out on the side of the St. Clair Saints. Takes a lot of utility to clear this, so they can't exactly just move up. Northwood opting to play a slower playstyle now at this time. 0 point from St. Clair Saints. Will spot out the execute now. Spotted 4, so Spam's coming through the smoke, but it's Bolt that connects. Find the pick onto Smiley, and Smiley goes down. They will get the plant down as well on the side of Northwood University. Now in this 4v5, they are going to have to try and retake. But that one-way smoke, again, so strong. Ali just knows that lineup, able to find it quick. Shock dart from Div, trying to take some damage, and Q does take some damage, but damage is not enough when you have headshots. Q hits 2. Div will trade out to even up the numbers. But St. Clair Saints have the advantage. Seth already getting started on defusing. Gets half. Going to try and stick it now in this 1v1. No, he gets off. Makes contact and is able to find the shot. Seth clutches the first round. Pistols go to St. Clair Saints. That's off the back of Q's 2 nasty headshots right there. So much attention being brought to him that Seth was able to just come through that tree area and get that sneaky defuse.
Turret out.
And you see now lots of buys coming out. Big rifles on the side of St. Clair Saints. A little bit slower approach now. Can't exactly rush right into it when you don't have the weapons advantage. They're gonna get the orb. The instinct already trying to spam through with that Ares. Not really able to connect onto any damage just yet. Shock dart to try and do some damage, but none taken. Tarkus knows the tricks. Knows the angles. He knows exactly where to stand to avoid both the paper mache spam as well as the util. Already pinging the darts now. We see Benji's gonna try and make first contact. Only has the classic in hand. Is gonna spot one. In the utility, instinct gets caught out. Trying to shoot the Sova dart, but they're Q to trade him out as well. Keeps the numbers in their favor. And Q's gonna get flashed out. Tries to dash away, but no. Dip will find the pick. And Northwood so good at converting these Sheriff rounds. That Shock Dart doing major damage onto Giza. Left. So much utility being brought over there. They will get the plant down. Now, numbers advantage are not in favor of the Saints, but they do have the weapons advantage, and you're going to see Smiley able to swing right through onto Ali, evening up the numbers now. Seth going to fall back a little bit after getting pinged by the Silver Dart. Will find a pick onto Dip, but nasty shots coming out. 1v1 now, KO versus KO, Darkest versus Smiley, Spectre versus Sheriff, who wins out. So much time for Smiley to work with, but he's just going to aggress. Gets the 3K, gets the defuse. That was a pretty costly round for St. Clair Saints, and if you're Northwood, you like that. You took 4 weapons, and you got the plant down. Great round. Beautifully done on the side of St. Clair Saints to close it out. They may have not been able to maintain their numbers advantage due to some unfortunate timing, but in the end, the weaponry just too strong. Q has upgraded into that Hero Vandal, and they still have a Bulldog to work with, so they do have decent weaponry coming into this bonus round. We've seen this fast hit come out before from Northwood, but the Hunter's Fury just trying to hold the back. Dip already has it. Tries to connect onto Instinct, but it's Benji that closes out instead. Meanwhile, Bull on the other side will find a pick on the Q. And they're just swarming onto this B-side. Giza has the Sheriff in hand. Is going to find himself in a 1v3. Finds the first pick onto Benji. But Darkest eventually takes him down. This flash coming out at the perfect time for Bolt to swing. Smiley tries to flash out, but won't be able to find much else. The buy round for Northwood converted as they put their first on the board.
Right here.
Turret out.
Shadows traveling.
This time now, both teams opting to play a little bit slower.
Here.
Northwood knowing that this is going to be even buy round, they can't just exactly rush into this. A lot of Nympho being killed right now. Look at SCC picking mid on the map. They are aware that they've given it up, but the Owl Drone's gonna come through in that tree area. Frag grenade instantly to slow down the push, but Q getting a little bit curious, trying to help, will get punished for it. Meanwhile, the flash from Smiley, he's able to connect with one, but Ali on this main lurk finds a pick. Smiley though, holding his own, gets 2. They will lose control of the site, but the numbers are in favor of Northwood. The health of the two team members, however, are low. And Giza will find a pick onto Benji now. 2v2. They're unable to get the spike, and Instinct, beautiful ping, finds the pick onto Dip, and Giza to clean up. This is looking like St. Clair's map pick for sure.
They demand a fight. Who are we to disobey?
That voice line from Silva, exactly. Northwood's trying to bring the fight. St. Clair not backing down at all.
Placing alarm bot.
So we take a look at the economy on the side of Northwood. They are able to force together a little bit of a buy here. They do have the Bladestorm to work with, so that's 3 rifles, a Bladestorm, and a Sheriff. Should be enough to make this round competitive. They don't want to lose another round going down 4-1. Might as well use the Bladestorm to try and see if they can convert a weapon over onto their side. We see how Giza's gonna get a little bit curious, gonna push up. Seth already found the pick onto Ali by pushing a main. They have this setup, and Giza converts. They Q there to support Giza, and Q just locking down B Garage, not letting anybody pass through without paying the fee. And the fee is their life. still, despite losing that round, Northwood still able to force up 5 Vandals into this fight. Half armor meta in full effect right now.
Placing swarm grenade. Placing
And this time
swarm
with Darkus having that no command, we may see another patented fast B push. There is a counter no command on the other side to stop it if they feel like it. But this has also been a read on the side of SCC. Look at them stacking 4 players onto that B side. They've definitely been VOD reviewing the matchup from yesterday because these are plays that Northwood tried to do, and Seth immediately comes up with 2 quick picks from the log area. Ali will find one to trade out, but Q there as well to support. I don't think Northwood was expecting this many players on that B side. SCC. Somebody has leaked Northwood's playbook and SCC caught wind of it.
There. Caution. There.
Turret out.
And now comes the eco round. On the side of Northwood, they are a little bit spread out on the map.
There.
And Smiley is looking to set up a flash drive just to be able to set Seth up for a pick if they need to. But it looks like they're not. They're just pushing up onto A main. See if they can find one. The one-way smoke has already been set. And SCC more than willing to give up mid, just letting the alarm bot handle that. Q finds the pick onto Ali. Beautiful setup there. Flash, swing. And this curiosity coming out from Northwood, just dry swing onto mid. Instinct finds both picks immediately. They now have control of the spike as well, but Dip able to find one. One's all he'll get, as just Benji left in that one before. No control of the spike, no weapon to recover. Seth finds the pick, and that's 6-1 lead for SCC. And as we see now, the operator coming out for Q, trying to make matters worse. It seems that SCC has been able to read every single move that Northwood has tried to throw out. But can Northwood read the operator here? Posted patiently on that A main angle. And Northwood, fearing the aggression that SCC was bringing in the last couple of rounds, they're playing a little bit slow. The 0 point will ping out 2 on A main, but it's not enough to get SCC to rotate. They do bring one over to fortify, and that may have been enough for Northwood to try to start advancing onto that B garage area. They hear the KJ utility as well from A main, so they know that the setup is probably weak over on that B side. Owl drone through mid confirms nothing just yet.
Bot coming back.
This might make Northwood just second guess themselves. Another 0 point detects a KJ. So by now they should have some idea of where Northwood want to hit. It's going to be the cross mid to A.
30 seconds
And this
left.
may seem weak, like they don't have enough members, but there is a turret and an operator that they're gonna have to deal with. The op comes out. Q, hard scoped in. He's gonna swing out, find the pick on the boat. Instinct will get a cross map. Hunter's Fury. Q immediately popping the Blade Storm. Trying to stay alive. He does for a little bit, but Darkus eventually takes him down. 11 seconds now, and they still need to plant the spike. They aren't able to do so as Giza and Smiley clean up. So much focus onto Q with that operator and Blade Storm. They were unable to deal with Giza in that tree angle. Cross map Hunter's Fury from Instinct to support as well. So they were never able to take control of the site. Northwood struggling a little bit right now on this attack side, but that is to be expected. Even though that is to be expected, that begs to question why Northwood would pick attack as they're to start out on attack on this side. And Bolt taking massive damage right now through the paper mache. Q also there, 2 big guns to support right now. Odin And the operator, that's a lot of credits, but Dip will punish Q for being overzealous, holding that angle.
Last player standing.
Still, though, the rest of the
Down
members
B.
of SCC not missing a beat. Giza finds 3. They will take their 8th on the board.
First pick.
So far, it doesn't seem that Northwood is able to find any cracks in the defense. They haven't been able to plant the spike in the last 5 rounds.
Flashbang.
Early flash is going to come out, but that fragment is going to slow down any push. Giza playing a bit of an aggressive position here. Does have the lockdown. Will find a pick onto Ali, who's trying to use from the shadows. They can't follow up in time. Instinct finds the pick onto Bolt as well almost immediately. Giza is now just gonna try and back up, reload their ammo here. But look at this. It's another push on the B site, and they're heavily stacked on B. Benji will even up the numbers though with that Odin, but still, it seems like the playbook and the IGL calling of Northwood is being read completely by SCC. Darkest now trying to flip the map with the spike over onto that A side, but there is no information at all. Should make contact with Smiley soon. It's gonna be all gunfights. Smiley wins out, tries to pull out a flash, but Dip is there to trade. Meanwhile, Dip not aware of a potential trade. Instinct able to find a pick on the Dip. Now, once again, it's big money. Benji, baby. Spike in hand, 1v2 situation, 40 seconds left. Here's the Owl Drone. It's gonna start immediately trying to wall bang through.
30
Try and
seconds
play
left.
as much time as possible. See if SCC get a little thirsty. But no, SCC playing with major discipline. Going to just wait for the spike. And they know that it was a fake. They know they don't have to swing. Beautiful patience. Now Seth.
10 seconds
The
left.
timing is beautiful from Seth. Gets the plant. Gets the planter. Kills Benji. And that's going to be 9 on the board for SCC.
It is over.
Commanding lead coming out from SCS here. Now, big gun back into Q's hands. They are Northwood still able to string together a buy here.
Here.
And this is another patented B rush push this time though. The stack from SCC not there on that B side, so they should be able to get this. They do see loads of KJ utility here. And Q swings out, finds the pick onto Ali. Now they've lost their smokes, making this a bit more difficult. Smokes were placed, but Giza is gonna find everyone here. Dip does find one with the Hunter's Fury, but that's all he'll get now in the 1v4. Tries to pick up a Vandal, but that's not enough. 10 on the board for SCC.
Last round before the switch.
This is the dominant half coming out from the side of the Saints. On this 10-1 now, Northwood gotta try to win this round out, make this half a bit more respectable. You do not want to go down 11-1 in a sense. Yes, it's a defensive sided map, but pistols are pretty much random. Q's gonna try to swing out. Rare miss from him so far today, but that will keep Darkest and Bolt alive just a little bit longer. And Giza is just not missing a single shot right now. Finds the pick on the Bolt.
Enemy
Thank you.
My ult's ready.
with that flick. Now has a Blaze Storm, and that's all he
Spike
needs.
down
A
mid.
single blade to the face. Finds the pick onto Darkus as well. He's gonna go hunting. He has control.
One
He
enemy
knew Ali
remaining.
was there. He's gonna jump out, but Ali gets the best of him.
Flash.
Still though, Ali's in a 1v4, and it's not gonna be enough. Instinct finds the pick, and the SCC gonna close out the first half,
Switching
11-1 in dominant fashion.
Attack when they're suppressed. I cut their options, they make mistakes.
And as I said, Ascent is a defensive half. But in my opinion, even though they're only down 11-1, they have to be perfect. They can't give up a single round, especially not these pistols. Northwood's got to pull something out here. And we're going to see a heavy push onto that A side from SCC. These are your defending champs. They've been under pressure situations like this before. And the question now is, do they choose to fight to break map advantage? Or do they just play out the best of 5 the way it needs to be? One-way smoke. Ali having the paranoia in hand already. No contact has been made anywhere, but both smokes from Ali have been used to buy time. Now, after the smoke comes down, we are going to see the push onto A main. Bolt already trying to make first contact, but he doesn't have the dash on hand. Now he does. Able to stay alive, but that paranoia may have been miscommunicated. It blinds Bolt as well. Recharge on the smoke to stop this advance. And meanwhile, the position has been deep. Darkus able to find one through the smoke. My man knows the angles. So they get the numbers advantage, but at what cost? Look at this deep positioning over there by Giza. Deep in tree, underneath the window, is gonna peek out and find one, but Dip luckily mitigates the damage to trade out, keeping the numbers back in their favor. Swarm grenade is gonna be set by Benji to try and stall and wait for the rest of the team to rotate, but it's still gonna be a 1vx situation. Fragment grenade now put down. Darkus finds the pick on the Q, but Benji finds one as well. Now it's just Smiley in the 1v3. He finds the headshot, but not enough health or bullets. Northwood win out the pistol round. 2 on the board, staying alive just a little bit longer, y'all. This is how you do it. When you're down this bad, you need to win these pistols. You have to convert this as best as possible. Try to carry over as many weapons flawless so that you have a chance at converting the bonus round as well. This time SCC is looking for a mid cross. They smoked off Cat. They're gonna push through it as well. Giza making contact on that turret to try and keep the defenders here on that B side.
Flashbang.
Darkus is going to try and flash out, get a little bit aggressive off that tree angle. They're quite aware of the holes of their defense. So Darkus eventually finds a pick 2 with the ghost.
One enemy
And 3.
remaining.
Ali there to support. And it's a flawless round coming out from the side of Northwood. Exactly what you need to try and convert this bonus round right now. It's not over yet. Still a long road ahead of them before you can call this a comeback. Weapons advantage fully in favor of SCC right now. Look at this cheeky cafe angle. Instinct and takes down Bolt. Ali is still there. He's gonna have to shadow step out and throw the paranoia to stay alive, but that is a lot of utility and a pretty big gun down. That was a Guardian from Bolt. Ali already half health. He's not gonna try. He's gonna try and peek, but he isn't gonna find too much. And SCC more than happy to keep their numbers advantage and weapons advantage as they re-explore mid. Tree angle, exactly where 3 of them are. Q's gonna find a pig and dash right into the cloud burst. Finds the pig onto Darkus. And they will get the plant down. 4v1. And if you're Benji, you want to get as many guns as possible out of the hands of SCC. You're looking at match point right now. You do not want them to be able to carry over 4 weapons. Benji was able to pick up a Phantom. But still, breaks tree. Spots Q just a little too late as Q able to find the head. Match point for SCC.
Match point.
SCC on the brink of taking the lead against the defending champs here in Grand Finals. Remember, SCC were the ones that sent Northwood down into the lower bracket. But these two teams are no strangers. They've played each other time and time again in these finals situations. Usually Northwood the one that ends up coming on top in the overall standings. But if there's anyone that can challenge the Kings, it's SCC. Northwood, however, starts off strong with 2 picks. Smiley will find a pick onto boat. And the numbers are just dropping on both sides. But it is Northwood who remains on top 3-2 right now. So much control over this mid area. Giza stuck in no man's land. And Dip will find the pick. Now Smiley trying to close it out, but has to deal with the 1v3. Whatever damage that Smiley can do right now is going to help them. You want to hurt the economy as much as possible. That's why he's not opting to plant just yet. She's going to go hunting a little bit. Ooh, makes contact with Ali, but Ali's unable to hit the shot. Now he'll get the plant down. And he has to reset, trying to isolate these hits. He'll get hit with the paranoia. The pop has to come out. And he's going to swing onto Ali, finds the first pick. 1v2 now, has to defend the spike. Here's both drops, both sets of footsteps. Able to isolate one. Smiley knows that it's a 1v1 now. Has the clutch. Who's smiling now, baby? It's Smiley closing it out. 1v3 SCC take the lead in this best of 5, 1-0. All right. That first map, it was SCC's map pick, and they were dominant on that. This time, it is going to be Northwood's map pick, so I'm expecting them to come back and even up the series, being the defending champs. I'm going to see they do pick split, and it is SCC opting to play that defense first. 2 defensive-sided maps in a row, and SCC get the defense on both sides. The composition from Northwood is something that we seen yesterday. That Astra pick versus the Omen pick this time. We are going to see a Breach on both sides. Breach has quickly become the meta here on maps like Split ever since those Sky nerfs. And again, I want to see more of an attack come out on the side of Northwood if they want to have a chance in winning this series. They do not want to go down 2-0, losing their map pick as well. They struggled on attack on that first map. Despite having such beautiful executions yesterday, it seemed that SCC has definitely done their homework. So we'll see if SCC will be able to find the weakness again here on Split. Northwood did play Split yesterday, so all of their playbook is out right now for study, and I can tell SCC has done their homework. And they need to try and tie this up here. From what we saw, Ali played a very strong Asha in that Split map, as well as Benji. Both teams opting for very different philosophies. We're seeing double initiator on one side of SCC, and then on the other side, we're seeing double duelists. Now, double duelist isn't really the meta anymore, as people have found out that initiators just provide so much value in those late round executions. Things that Reyna and Raze just can't do. But a lot of teams have also been comboing the Flashpoint with the Leer. Something that Northwood was doing yesterday as well. So we're going to see how we can try to win this back. Northwood down 0-1 right now. You're defending champions. Just to be clear, this is the regional grand finals of the CVAL winter season. Last season, in the fall season, Northwood was able to win out the North region as well. And prior to that, in the national championship, Northwood is your defending national champs 2 years in a row. They're looking for the three-peat this year, ladies and gentlemen. But in order to do that, they have to go through a very strong Saints team. As we start out now, heavy investment onto that A side here from Northwood. The 0 point will spot out 3 members of Northwood, prompting SCC to fortify that mid area and be heaven. But Northwood just happy to explore with their duelist instincts, gonna make contact. Bullets will get thrown, but none will connect. Giza connects though. In the Cypher dip, will take down Benji. Now these Astral Stars are gonna do their recalls. And Dip's gonna try and stop them with the fall line, but unable to find the angle. Instinct and Smiley able to find them out. And this is a flawless pistol round coming out from the side of SCC. Not a good start for Northwood right now.
I'm gonna run my fist through that Omen's face. Can you even punch a ghost? Who cares? I'm doing
this. Being grand finals, it is a best of 5. SCC currently leading 1-0 in the series, 1-0 on the map. And I think in the mapping somewhere, something must have happened to try and give SCC not only the map advantage, but the side advantage on both map picks to begin with. That may have been a mistake there. And now we see Giza with the Cypher setup. Trips all around This is going to be a pretty heavy A hit here, as Smiley's going to rotate over to try and support. But they may have been able to isolate Giza now.
Right there.
Smiley is there to support. They have rushed onto the side already. Benji's going to find a pick onto Giza, but Smiley is there to support. Finds 2 with the Spectre. The weaponry too strong right now on the side of SCC. He's going to find 3 Instinct to support. And now she's going to be Darkest left. Has a Sheriff in hand. Won't be able to do too much as Instinct instinctively connects to the head. 2-0.
Anyone have any splints? I may have damaged my fingers. Multiple fingers.
And that's about as good as you can get on an anti-eco round if you're SCC. Carrying over 4 weapons. Look at this. This doesn't even look like a bonus round. They have 2 Vandals and a Bulldog to bring into this to try and convert.
Lava bridge! Let's go!
And this is a round that you would normally expect Northwood to win. Having the slight weapons advantage. But these angles that are being played by SCC right now, look at this double high-low scenario. Q, though, will opt to fall back. Surprised that we don't see Q on the jet. The operator not as strong on a map like Split. Instinct's gonna find a first pick, but Ali to instantly trade out. Numbers are evened out. But look at this control that they have. They're gonna be collapsing onto Giza right now from both sides. Vent and ramp. He'll make contact with Dip. Dip caught lacking. And Giza will find. The timing of Giza is just amazing. He's able to find people that are just not looking at him. And they have an idea that Bolt maybe invent again. And Giza somehow finds the same shot on 2 different people. Sinks Bolt as well. Giza's going off right now. 3 picks for him. Darkest once again left in the 1v4. He will find one this time, but Q closes it out. Bonus round converted by SCC.
We doing this or what?
And that is tough. A very tough loss for Northwood right now. Going down 3-0 on a map like Split. It's not impossible. It is really difficult to attack on Split. In recent years, it has evened out a little bit, but it's still defender-sided. It's very likely to see 7-5 or even 8-4 halves. The flashpoint's gonna come out. They're gonna try to swing. Q getting aggressive with that Vandal. Finds the pick, but Ali will find one. Luckily, Seth is there to trade, but so is Dip. Numbers are even, and this may have been a misplay from SCC. You allow Northwood to recover 2 rifles here. They're just slowing down a little bit. And look at this. This is why Cypher is so good. He's already rotated to the B site. A still has all the spy cam and tripwires. He's gonna get a little bit impatient though and get his head taken right off. Now, 3v2 for the first time. Northwood has the weapons advantage. They're gonna double swing Smiley. They'll find him. Instinct now in the 1v3. Can he find the first? He's gonna get double swung as well. Northwood playing together in that buddy system, baby. I hold your hand, you hold mine. We swing together, we will be fine. Northwood put one on the board.
Careful.
And that thrifty round, huge coming out from Northwood. Look at the economy now. You would not think the SCC had won 3 rounds in a row. They can't even force together a full buy here.
There.
Meanwhile, on the side of Northwood, fully kitted out. And this might be another aggressive push coming out from Q and the gang. It didn't work out well for them before. But there's Smiley here with the fall line to assist if they need to. Q's gonna get spotted by Dip. Frag grenade's gonna come out. Fall line's gonna come out. Dip's gonna get caught and immediately destroyed by Seth and Smiley. It was the same setup as last time, but this time they went out. Darkest,
Spike down
unaware
mid.
of his surroundings, is gonna get taken down by Instinct. You know what they say, ladies and gentlemen, if it don't broke, don't fix it. But if it's broke, just try it again. Now 2v4, Bo and Benji left. Benji will find the pick, but they have no control of the spike. The paint shells are gonna go down.
Enemy remaining.
They just flicks right onto Benji's face. Bolt will find the pick there, but it's all for naught. This is just consolation prizes now. 20 HP, no control of the spike. 1v2.
30 seconds
It will take a
left.
miracle for Bolt to carry this. They're already double facing him.
Grenade!
Has the paint shell. He's gonna try to swing out, but he won't get anything as Giza cleans up. 4-1 on the side of SCC. Things are looking a little bit grim for Northwood once again. It's going to be a half-buy round coming out from Northwood, but you do see they have 4 ultimates ready. They can commit the Rolling Thunder and a Showstopper combo to try and get an early pick. And this might be a little bit of a read here. Fully hitting that B side once again. This time they've identified it, the weak link. There's only Seth on that B side to defend it by himself. Here we go. Showstopper's gonna come right in, and Seth is gonna shadow step right out of there to stay alive. Pops back out and sinks the bolt. Meanwhile, Instinct has a Showstopper of his own. He will connect. Seth and Instinct here holding down B side, not letting anything go.
Spike down B.
Immediately takes down the attacking force of Northwood. Benji now in another 1v5. No control of the spike either. They're gonna make contact. They will find a pick on the Seth. But is that enough? Boombot's gonna come out. Instinct's gonna swing. Q there to support as well. And this is another dominant start for SCC.
Paint? Check. Charges? Check. Brakes? Nowhere in sight.
They've only invested the Showstopper. Not too much. And this is what makes it difficult. When you lose your breach, you lose your only initiator. It makes it hard to execute in those late rounds.
Knocking them.
Now they do have ultimates to work with. They have the Empress online, but it doesn't matter.
obscuring
Instinct's
vision.
gonna take him out. Meanwhile, Bolt there to support. Evens out the numbers. Still though, they've made no progress on either of the sites. Giza is gonna slowly peek out here. Has the spy cam, will spot one. But I don't think he spotted Darkest at all. Nor does he know that the rest of the teammates of Northwood have pushed up here. Honestly, it seems that Northwood is doing a good job identifying the weak spots based on utility and man coverage. But it doesn't matter because SCC has been able to win out every single gunfight, even the team fights. Ali's gonna make contact, gonna do a lot of damage onto Q, but he'll just gonna fall back in hopes to drag rotations. Meanwhile, SCC is not falling for it. They're still staying in their positions. He's just gonna try and peek out. He's gonna swing into 2-3. They'll get taken down. The trades go back and forth, but they are in favor of Northwood. Q, only person left. Ali, with the patience of a god, finally finds the pick onto Seth.
Spike planted.
And as far as attacking halves go, a 5-2 scoreline is not that bad if you're Northwood. Like I said, it's not common to see 8-4 or 7-5. And Q has massive amounts of cash. Nah, they don't. Their economy's pretty even after getting thriftied. So it is a good idea to save now. You're only 32 HP. You're nowhere near the spike. And there's just not enough time in this 1v3. Q just gonna opt to save. As we come through now, Northwood finally able to put their second on the board. We'll see if they can string together another round, trying to stop this momentum of SCC. beautifully done on that slow push, but now Darkest looks like he may be calling for a fast hit on A. Has the Rolling Thunder in hand. Maybe the round to invest it. However, there's so much info being gathered right now. Spy cam, 0 point, pings out at least 2 members. But SCC thinks this may be just a fake. Look at them fortifying over onto that B side now. And this may have been the wrong read. Ali trying to be patient here. Lurking into garage. They're going to try and push him. They have an idea of where he might be. And Instinct finds the headshot. So that is the controller down. No smokes. No cover. But they may not need it. Look at them. They're just slowly sneaking onto Giza. They connect with the fall line, but it doesn't do much. Meanwhile, it's a double stage lurk.
Blinding.
See Benji here, gonna swing out. He's gonna get flashed out and
Spike
banged
planted.
by Smiley. They will get the plant down on to A. Rolling Thunder's gonna be invested by Smiley, and there needs to be a counter Rolling Thunder coming out right now, and that's what we get. But meanwhile, Instinct and Smiley will take down both members, and now Dip. That lurking Reyna on the other side is just way too late. This is uncharacteristic of Northwood. This is not what national defending champs should be playing like. The timing just a little bit off.
There.
And just when it seems like Northwood has found a crack in the defense, that's all you get. It's just a crack. SCC patch it right up. They've got the drywall kit. And they patched that right away. That's 6 on the board. Looking closer and closer to that, guaranteeing that 7-5 half. Taking no now. Some aggression coming out on mid. Instinct's gonna find one, but he'll get punished for it, and so will Smiley. Thankfully, Q is there to support, but it's Dip now, trying to find what he can get with the Sheriff. He'll find a pick on the Q as well, and it seems like Northwood just doing so well on these eco rounds sometimes. He's gonna retrieve a Vandal, but he's unaware of the push. The timing is just not there. Neither are the shots. They don't fall. Seth is gonna kick himself for that one. And meanwhile, Darkest is already lurked up so close onto that A site, destroying all of the Cypher utility. And this is gonna bait SCC to rotate over to A, but meanwhile, the spike is really going to B. This has been a cluster of a round. I don't even know what's happening, ladies and gentlemen.
One enemy
See,
remaining.
the silence is crazy. Dip finds the third. Immediate adjustment from the previous round. No more lurking. Dip's gonna go straight up. He's gonna double, triple dip, even quadruple dip right now with 4. That's 3 on the board for Northwood.
I'll make them remember. They're only human.
And as we see now, it was a rough start, but 6-3, not bad. You can secure 2 more rounds. You have salvaged this half if you're Northwood.
I need to blow something up. I have the spike. Concealment.
Come on now, we're gonna see 0 point frag grenades onto that main angle. Some aggression coming out from the A side by SCC, but it'll immediately get punished by Darkest. They're going to have to fall back here. And this also means that they give up mid, and look at this. Northwood just have SCC by the strings, pulling them left and right, but what they don't know is that they're gonna be running into Giza. There are no Cypher setups though, they have to force into this round. And it's gonna be a 5v1 situation. Giza's gonna try and swing a little bit early to get a cheeky pick, but unable to do it. As Northwood will get the plant down. Dip, gonna dip into spawn and dip back out. Getting the pick on Smiley. Benji finds one as well, and we're looking at a potential flawless round coming out from your defending national champs. Dip moving up. Seth, probably gonna save. Don't know if this is the right move to try and push into this 1v5. Ain't gonna find any. All you had to do sometimes is call out your Reyna for lurking. After I called out Dip for that, immediately strings together 7 kills, putting 2 on the board for his team. Dip rocketing to the top of the leaderboard right now for the squad. Northwood getting that 4th round. And this is an eco coming out from SCC, so if they can get this 5th, they're sitting pretty.
There. Careful here.
Now an immediate satchel from Instinct. The raise Showstopper didn't land. I'm pretty sure it did more damage to himself than the enemy. Meanwhile, this push up though, both get to trade onto Seth, but the numbers are in advantage of SCC. They also recover 2 rifles. So that eco round getting aggressive, pushing out. They're gonna start hitting that A site now, but the rest of the SCC team is already here. And these thrifty rounds are being played so well by both sides. They're gonna try and slip through. The flash is gonna come out, setting up Giza perfectly. Now it's just Benji in the 1v3. No control of the spike. I think they have an idea of where he is. He's gonna try and isolate these angles, these fights, but he's gonna get banged out. Thrifty round converted by SCC. Beautifully done.
Last round in the half.
There.
And you just need one. Thankfully, Northwood still able to buy up into this. Ali's gonna put the operator. I think he's feeling the SCC getting a little bit too aggressive. We gotta switch things up and get onto this B main angle. Northwood still have the credits to buy and make this round competitive now.
Fire in the hole!
And that's after the aggression, they're gonna slow down. Showstopper gonna come out from boat. And that's not just a boat, that's a battleship. Taking down Instinct instantly. They get the numbers advantage. They fall back. Looks like they're trying to work it over onto that A side. Bring some action over there, but the spike's really going towards B. See, the rotations are a little bit slow. They're split now. The Astral Wall is gonna signal like an A hit.
Concealment.
And that's exactly what they do. They've gotten the control. They've gotten the pick. Benji and Darkus here on that A side. But this Dark Cloud is making this so difficult for them to push through. He's going to be able to isolate one. Finds the pick onto Benji, but Darkus to trade out. Meanwhile, Smiley has already rotated over. And so has the spike. Ali with the lurking op finds the pick on the Q, and Darkus cleans it up. They put 5 on the board. Northwood, despite the slow start, able to make this half competitive. And now they get the map half advantage on defense.
Right there. This goes here.
And remember, players of Northwood starting to wake up, starting to warm up here. This is their map pick. They cannot drop this. Head into another pistol round. They need to make sure they convert this. If you win pistols, whoever wins these pistols will likely win the map. As we just set up over onto that B side. Fall line's gonna try and cross through mid, maybe set up Q and Instinct to try and push up mid there. And Seth, meanwhile, holding this angle, protecting any B main push of both teams. Oh, just playing this slow.
Foolish.
Oh my goodness, Giza so ready for that swing.
Cage triggered.
Sinks the boat. Now they're finally gonna push up mid, but Dip is there. The big boss. Gets taken out by Instinct, but will immediately get traded out by Darkus as well. Numbers still even. Not really much control of the map for either team.
One enemy remaining.
But now Lee finds to pick onto Seth, and now it's just gonna be Smiley in the 1v3. Benji, the influencer that he is. Cypher just holding the webcam. Is the 1v2. Benji should be able to hear this rotation here and should be able to catch him in time. Probably not,
30
but
seconds
enough
left.
for them to close the distance. And Ali's gonna run over as well. They're gonna wait for the plant before they start advancing. Now they're gonna try and double pinch or double swing from heaven. Looks like double swing from heaven is the play that they're going for. They heard the aftershock. They know where he is. The fall line's gonna come. Is he able to stun both of them? He is, but Benji has the shot. Benji closes out on Smiley. They're gonna win the pistol round. They pull it in within 1 for the equalizer.
Hey, yeah, it's good.
And as we come through now, this is another anti-equal round for the side of Northwood. You want to be able to tie this up and do it in as flawless fashion as possible. But you don't want to get too aggressive. You can be pushing into a shorty. So we're going to see Northwood just fall back a little bit here. Meanwhile, it's SCC that's getting aggressive. Dip will find a pick. And these trades coming out mid are in favor of Northwood. The spike is down.
1 enemy remaining.
And so is Q. All that's left is Giza in the 1v4. Has the sheriff in hand. Gonna try and do some damage. If you can get a gun, great. If you can get 2, perfect. That's 1. Now the teams are gonna rotate over onto that B side. And it's Giza carefully trying to isolate these angles. Bolt's going to move over a little bit, try to set up this crossfire bait. It's all about Benji. Benji hits the shots, baby. All about the Benjamins, baby. Tied up 7-7. Gotta see if their defense can be as strong as SCC was. They win both pistols. Can they convert this bonus as well? Do see a few light shields coming out on the side of SCC. Still in that light shield economy. But Riot has added the outlaw in the hands of Dip for exactly these situations. During these light round buys, that outlaw is basically an operator, doing 140 to the body.
Shutting them down.
But it looks like this may be a fast B push. But Ali's gonna push up with the Bucky, and he's gonna get lucky.
Down,
Finds 2. And has control of the spike. Ash will cover to hold him back. He's gonna try and swing through, find another one with the Bucky, but Q laying down some cover fire. They do recover the spike, however. But the numbers advantage and damage has been done. Now we see Giza trying to lurk up onto that mid site. They make contact again on Garage, but Bolt's gonna take down Instinct.
Standing.
And this bonus round is working out perfectly for Northwood off the back of that Bucky. And Q, hold on. I may have spoken too soon, baby. That's 4. All of a sudden, it's a 1v1. It's not over till it's over, folks. Darkest versus Q. He's gonna get the plant down in the default area. I wonder if he heard Darkest drop. He may not have. And he's getting caught with the knife out. Oh my goodness, the heroics of Q. At the last moment, he just gave up the tension. Not aware of the repositioning. And a little bit of BM coming out from Darkest here. That was close. But bonus round is converted by Northwood.
Checking the situation.
And here, Northwood has the chance to pull up 9-7 now. Unless they get thriftied again. We've seen it happen once before.
There.
So we come down now. We're going to see a fast hit come out on the side of SCC. Trying to hit that A main. Pushing through A ramps as well, but that's where the Cypher setup is. Shrouded step from Seth into heaven, finds the pick onto Bolt. What is this setup right now? Q finds one as well, and Dark is gonna try to do his best to equalize. But that immediate shrouded step from Seth, I wish we had it from his angle. They eviscerate everyone in A heaven in the blink of an eye. It's Ali in the 1v4. We saw Q in a similar situation before. Get close.
Pick them out.
Finds the pick onto Instinct without taking any damage, so that's a great start. The Aftershock to hold him back from that heaven area, and there's going to be 2 pushing up ramp. And may double swing him to 0 point, and the frag grenade is going to cause him to swing. He's going to have to swing into 2. And unfortunately for Ali, it doesn't play out the same way that it did for Q. And off the back of a half buy, off the back of a single shrouded step, SCC tie it up.
There.
That'll work. Rise and bring glory.
And that's not how we expected the round to go. Ah, Caster's curse right there. But SCC tying it up off the back of another drifty round. Gonna take early aggression onto that vent angle. Dip, gonna try and find something, but Instinct's gonna get him out. Darkest invests the Rolling Thunder to try and help out Dip, and it will work, but Q takes down Bo as well, so the numbers are still in favor of SCC. Darkest is gonna have to fall back there. Unfortunate that they were only able to convert off 1 from that Rolling Thunder. The read, however, from Darkest is almost immaculate, rotating immediately to that A side to support Benji. No command from Q is gonna get popped to shut down all Cypher utility. The flashpoint as well, but the swing from Q, not ready for Benji. Benji finds the first pick, but it's only on the KO, so he will still be able to be revived. Giza playing that dark cover to perfection. And they restabilize the core of Q. So now Ali, once again, in the 1v4, only has the Bulldog in hand. Not even a weapon worth saving. He's gonna try and pick up a Vandal and hopefully save that. I'm pretty sure the economy of Northwood has been shot. And Ali's just gonna save 1v4. They will have the Astral Wall to try and make something happen on that next round. But SCC is gonna maintain their lead here, 9-8.
You can tell a person's character by their first action. Check me then, eh? I should place some Astral.
This is gonna force Northwood into an eco round.
Let's
But
see
so far,
now.
in terms of equal rounds or half buy rounds, it's been SCC that's been coming out on top. We need to see something similar from Northwood right now.
Right there. Taking that back. Blocking
Seth's
this.
gonna have an early straddle step. An unfortunate timing from Ali, but Seth gets the best of Ali. They will take him down. That is the Vandal loss. That is the controller down. And Caillou finds the pick onto Darkest as well. Things are just not starting off well for Northwood right now. They need to pull it together. Are they diligent enough to clear this corner? They do, but Bolt does find 1. But it may not be enough. He needed 2 there. Meanwhile, Instinct is just gonna fly right into Dip's face. And Benji has the Guardian in hand, takes down Instinct now. 1v3. He's gonna spend some time spraying the body for good measure. But he does have to push into this Dark Cloud. Has the angle on Smiley, does a lot of chip damage. But Smiley's still alive.
Here.
Still, SCC on the brink of double digits. Cyber Cage. Oh my goodness, all of this utility just to buy time. SCC's not playing anything risky. They're just gonna wait for time to run out, wait for a Benzi to push out, and they'll just take him out. That's 10 on the board
I'm not
for
getting the
SCC.
message. Leave it to me, I'll rough them up.
Right there.
come through now. This becomes a must-win round for Northwood. Do not want to give up 11 and face another eco round. And unfortunately, it seems that Ali has been a little bit too aggressive at times, getting picked off early. So he's opting to play back a little bit now. All this setup for Instinct here. Instinct with the showstopper pushes into B Heaven, hops over. But Benji ain't able to find the pick before Instinct can. Bolt, meanwhile, also connects on his showstopper. So they have the weapons, they have the numbers advantage now. But still, SCC opting to work up mid here, where they believe that Northwood is weak. Flash into mailroom. It's gonna push Bolt off the angle. This is gonna prompt Darkest to move up, and he's gonna find a head onto Giza. Unfortunate timing, playing with that poker chip of a tripwire. Jump peeking onto that market anvil to spot the last two. The rest of the Northwood team has already collapsed. They're gonna start swinging now. Darkest finds a pick. Smiley will trade out, but now 1v3. Can Smiley do this? Lear to flash out. Flashpoint as well from him. He's gonna swing the mailroom, finds one. But Bolt to clean up, and that's going to be 9 on the board. Northwood keeping it close.
There.
And they have a chance to tie this up. That's 10-10. Looking at the ultimates on the board. They do have the Empress. I haven't seen that being used at all so far. But this time they're heavily stacked on that A side as execution from SCC. It's just Dip alone on site, playing a very risky position. One that you can really only do as Reyna. And he's gonna get hit with the Rolling Thunder. Doesn't connect on the shots. Instinct finds the pick onto Dip to open it up. They'll get the plant down, but Benji finds an overzealous Instinct, takes him out in that screens area, evens up the numbers. Darkest now starting their attack, but somehow Giza was able to get into the back line. He finds two. The weakness in mid cost them there. Now in the 2v3 retake, Benji and Ali. Time ticking against them. Giza able to find a pick for his third, and Ali once again finding themselves in a 1v3. They should have enough money to buy into this next round. So Caillou finishes it out 11-9. Northwood not able to close the gap or pull ahead.
That goes there.
Take a look now. It's a broken buy. They are going to be looking at match point if they aren't able to pull out a thrifty round, but so far it's only been SCC that's been able to convert their thrifties. This mid presence from SCC has been so strong. There's not enough stall utility on the side of Northwood to try and defend this, but Darkest finds the pixel perfect angle onto Instinct, takes him down. They may try to recover this weapon now with the Rolling Thunder to push everyone back just to recover that Vandal. They do so, and now the re-hit will come from Smiley. Tries to hit the flashpoint, swings, but unable to find a hit. Oh my goodness, all for the frenzy? They're gonna try and risk that for a frenzy. Oh, that's so unfortunate. Smiley taking advantage of that. Now they can't even recover the Vandal. I don't know about that. Oh no, they do recover it. Okay, good. But I don't know about that decision right there. Darkest, however, seems to have found the gap. I don't think that they would expect him here. No, Seth being oh so careful, covering all angles. Now it's just Benji once again finding themselves in a 1v without finding themselves dead.
30 seconds left.
2v4 on the side of Northwood. You got to try and do something. Ali's gonna try and rotate mid. Dip does have a Vandal in hand, but he has to be very careful pushing through this smoke. There's so much map control on the side of SCC. Too many members, too many eyes. So here Caillou gonna try and get the take the fight with Caillou here. Is he gonna find the shots? Yes, he does. Will get one, but the shorty is waiting for him on the other side. Seth closing it out. Match point once again for SCC. And once again, this is Northwood's map pick. SCC does lead the series 1-0 right now. Northwood do not want to lose their map pick as well. This is not exactly the buy you want from Northwood. You're facing against match point. Only one Phantom in hand, mostly Stingers. They are on the defensive side though. Ali's gonna try and get aggressive. He will get taken out, but Dip there to trade. And already from the shadows into the back line. But Dip so aware, finds the pick on the Seth. They're gonna flash out. Dip going crazy, having another one of those rounds. 3 on the board. Takes the numbers advantage. But there's so many holes in this defense right now. The position of Giza already into that B heaven area. You're gonna have to try and reposition. I don't know if he's aware that Giza may have slipped the lines. Yes, he is. Look how patient and careful the players of Northwood are. Everybody coming to a complete stop. Trying to bait out a mistake from the other team. Fault line's gonna come as they're gonna try and clear this hell area, but nothing. They do have some cyber cages to work with. Plant's gonna go down.
Spike planted.
And look at that ping from Dip. He's aware of somebody potentially in heaven.
There.
Dip and Darkest are gonna work on that B spawn angle instead. They have the flashpoint ready. Aftershock as well for the heaven angle. They get to clear hell. They find out where Smiley is. Smiley will find one, but Giza with the perfect timing finds the pick onto Dip. Now Darkest in the 1v2. They have the high-low angle set up. Is he able to isolate? No, he's not. Smiley once again gets the final pick. SCC win out split 13-9. They lead the series 2-0. We are right back into it. This time on Lotus. This is SCC's map pick. They do lead the series 2-0 right now. So I'm interested to see how Northwood plans to come back onto this. Northwood do have the attacking side. And I do believe that this is an attack-sided map. So we may be able to see them hopefully close this out and bring the series to a 2-1. And this time we're seeing SCC opt for that double controller that we so often see. But Benji, though, with the surprise double sentinel pick, rocking the chamber. That's something that I did not expect to see. If there's any map to play play chamber, it would be Lotus. You are able to, the range for the trip is far enough for you, as well as the teleportal. So we will see. We've mostly been seeing Benji on that Cypher. And on the other hand, Bolt is going to switch over to the KJ. This is the lineup that we didn't get to see yesterday. So I'm pretty excited for this one. Both teams opting for that double controller. And it's interesting to see that neither team is bringing a breach here. We've seen that breach, fault line, raise paint shell combo be so strong on a map like Lotus. But I think when you're running into a double controller meta, that Sova recon dart, owl drone tags is just so important. You can't give that up.
Placing alarm bot.
It comes down to this.
Swarm grenade.
Can SCC
Placing
close
swarm
out
grenade.
30 and a handshake, baby? Or will Northwood stay alive in this tournament here? National champs don't want to be losing to the same team twice in the same tournament. Giza's going to make contact. Should have spotted a few. Heard multiple shots. So now we should see the rotate come over from SCC. A fake shotted step.
Poison's on.
To try and pull the rotations and keep them here. Now the recon's gonna come through. The shock dart comes through as well. So much utility being thrown around on this defense. Giza is able to find two, but Ali finds one. Too bad. The numbers advantage are all in favor of SCC as they get the first pistol round. And now the upgrades are going to be coming from the SCC. Going to try and buy up on these guns. They want to get as many halves as they can on the defense.
I'll take everything from them.
Come down now. Darch is going to make contact. Do a little trickle damage. Snakebite's gonna have to come out. Off the paranoia, Ali's gonna do some shadow steps. Finds the pick onto Q. Except there, two traded out. The numbers are still even. But the weapons advantage completely is in SCC's favor. Giza's gonna swing and find two, but dip to trade out. Numbers are still even right now. On this thrifty round, coming from the side of Northwood. Airy spam, paint shells, just to try and stop the plant. Benji also has the headhunters for good measure. Look at this Sting fight. It's gonna do so much damage, and Instinct's gonna get the bang. That combo is just brilliant. The Lotus is also a paper thin map, but Dip has converted a Bulldog over to onto their side to even up the numbers right now. The Sova Dart as well, but Seth will find a pick. Right click not working for Bo as Seth cleans up. That's gonna be 2-0 for SCC.
them down.
And now the buy round is gonna come out. They heard the outlaw, so they know that they can't do any light armor. Northwood fully investing in rifles and armor right now. Looks like the hit will be going towards that C side, but this Viper wall
Revealing area.
just covers so much information. A close start to see if anybody has pushed through mound and dip, getting closer to that Hunter's Fury. We know that Northwood likes to execute off of these Hunter's Furies. Benji though is gonna swing early and find Seth mid util. Gets the pick. Bull also trades out as well to keep the numbers advantage as they are able to secure this B site. Now 2v4. Gotta see Smiley
My ult is ready. Take flight.
as well as Instinct try to retake this. This is their bonus round though, so they don't necessarily have to win. They just gotta do a lot of damage. Instinct's gonna get tagged up.
Last player
And
standing.
Darkest was trying to go for a knife, I guess, but Bolt finds the pick. Now it's just Smiley left with the outlaw in hand. It's not gonna do too much as most of the members still have full armor. And this angle from Bolt, unable to hit the shots. Smiley will sink him. He's gonna try and shadow step out of there. Picks up a sheriff, expecting one to be lurking behind him, and it's Darkest. Darkest, however, does find the pick. So Northwood get on the bird a lot earlier this game. Now to make sure that they can win out this fourth round. They do have enough to go full Vandals and full armor. Seth, however, is lacking a bit in credits, so he'll have the Stinger, but as a Viper, a Stinger is more than enough. You should be able to find some lurking picks.
Poison orb emitting.
Early snakebite combo and paint shell to try and prevent any push. Darkest, meanwhile, is going to utilize that poison orb to lurk up into that rubble area. One way from Smiley to keep Northwood from advancing.
Cover going out.
Instead, they're going to cover up the one way, shoot the dart out as well, and here it comes. That tried and true execution from Northwood off the back of the Hunter's Fury. This time unable to find any tags though, so they weren't able to make any advancements. A lot of util being thrown around that C site. Meanwhile, Darkest trying to find whatever he can lurking on that A side. He's gonna try and break the broken door here. And as we see Instinct and we see Smiley have already pushed up onto that B main. They're gonna try to go for a pinch. They'll be swinging into multiple members right now. And Instinct is baiting. Swinging at the perfect time. Dip so aware of any potential traps. They will kill both of the pushing members of B. Darkest also finds a lurking pick onto B as well. So now it's a 2v4 once again for SCC. Giza and Caillou have to try and close this out. Giza swings, will find two, but Ali to trade out to keep the numbers in their advantage. Now it's Caillou in the 1v2, only 30 HP. Let's see if he tries to go for this. They are planting on that A side, so he's nowhere close. They pass over the spike back over to Darkest so that he can get the ultimate. Caillou slowly pushing up A.
Right here.
He's gonna have to hit some nasty shots. We've seen him hit it before. Tries to bang through tree just in case somebody is there. Do some trickle damage. Solvadar as well was unable to complete the reload cancel, so he still has to reload again. And at that time, he just decides it's not worth it. He's out of there. Good save. Not much you can do with just 30 HP left and the clock ticking down so fast already. Now it's an equal round coming out from SCC. Northwood's gonna try and pull through. They have the favorite side here on attack, so they should be able to get 6, maybe even, 7, maybe even 8 rounds. Benji now buying up on that operator, feeling the SCC is getting a little bit too aggressive. It's going to try and hold this B main angle in case SCC try to get cute on their eco. A lot of utility being thrown over on that rubble area. But so far, neither team is trying to aggress. Just trying to feel each other out. Caillou and Darkus about to make contact here. And this Owl drone will spot out Darkus. Poison Orb is going to go up. They're going to try and fall back. A couple of trickle damage done to a couple of members on each side, but no confirms yet. Giza's going to try and go for a cheeky pick, but look at this setup. Smiley and Giza. The lockdown to be invested. We do know that Northwood likes to use their big ultimates on these Anki eco rounds just to secure the kill. So aware of the crossfire setup. The showstopper immediately stopped by Darkus, but Seth finds one. Bolt will find another though. So now 2v4 situation.
30
Seth,
seconds left.
Caillou, they do have Vandals in hand,
Planted.
One enemy remaining.
but it doesn't matter. Dip. Excuse me, sir. How did you see that? Finds the pick. Caillou gets taken out by Benji as well. Team ace for Northwood as they win the equalizer, and they now lead 3-2. They still got their work cut out for them, but this is what you want if you're trying to bring this series back. They are down 0-2 right now, ladies and gentlemen. Coming now. This pacing of this match has been a lot slower than the previous matches. The paranoia to try and set up Instinct into that same main area. It's gonna force back. And now turns his attention with that operator here. I don't think a shot was fired in the previous. Ali taking a lot of damage from that snake fight. It's gonna try to swing him from the door, but it's not for it. It looks like the gunfights now in this map are all going in favor of Northwood. Making some contact here over on that A side. They have a pinch across here from the defense. Giza as well as Caillou able to defend that A site for now. But the commitment is there from Northwood. It's all about how quickly Giza can hold this. Caillou and Giza holding it on their own. They don't even need their teammate. And these two are just a force to be reckoned with right now. The operator is going to switch hands onto the hands of Caillou.
As a bowstring, the fight demands it.
We've seen what Caillou was able to do with that operator on that first map. We'll see if he's able to replicate that success here on Lotus, on Sova as well. Not exactly an easy character to be opping with. Dip finds the first pick onto Instinct. He got a little bit too overzealous there. Meanwhile, we are going to see Zeph try to lurk up on that B main area. He does make contact with Benji, but he's going to fall back. Numbers advantage now still in favor of Northwood. They're looking to re-aggress onto this B main and rubble area. And Benji finds the pick onto Seth. Now they open up B as well. So the rotate can happen at any time, and that's exactly what they're going to do. Giza, however, has been a sight anchor. Finds the pick onto Darkus, but eventually will get taken down. It's just Caillou left with the operator in hand. I wonder if Northwood goes hunting. They get the plant down.
Spike planted.
They have the trip set up as well. I'm pretty sure they're aware that he has the operator. Caillou's just gonna try and fall back here. Hopefully he ducks the owl drone, but he's gonna fire off the operator. They know that it's there. Paranoia comes through to try and get this weapon out of his hands. He misses the first shot. Here's the shrouded step, and they're gonna cross it from both sides. Dip finds the kill, and they recover the operator.
Placing sentry.
These rounds has just been going back and forth, back and forth. We do see SCC now having to pull up with the light buy. I'm not counting them out though. I've seen them convert way too many thrifty rounds today. So if I'm Northwood, I'm making the call to be very careful. Dip finds the pick onto Instinct. Been aggressive a few rounds and have been punished for it. Few rounds in a row. Dip now spots Smiley. Gonna try to hit some with some shock darts. It takes some trickle damage and Smiley just gonna have to shadow step out of there. The hit's gonna come over to that seaside though. And because they know that this is an eco round and they've gotten a pick, they've got to move fast. Caillou has already rotated over to try and stop any plant here. Bolt's gonna get the plant down. They'll probably want to fall back and play the range of their weapons. But meanwhile, there's a double flank coming from the back. We see Giza and Seth. They're about to make contact with Darkus. Is Darkus aware there is an alarm bot? But it doesn't matter. Giza finds the pick on the Darkus. They've got the crossfire here. This could go bad very quick as Seth and Smiley will find two. Numbers advantage now in favor of SCC, but Benji to close that out real quick. Dip also there to support. 1v1, Sova v Sova, Caillou with the Sheriff in hand, but it's not enough. Dip comes up with another big round, 3 kills. And that was almost looking really bad for Northwood, but they were able to close it out. The collapse there by SCC was beautiful. They execute their thrifty rounds just so well. But alas, that wasn't enough. They did do a number to the economy of Northwood though, so I'd be happy about that.
There.
Of course you want the round win, right? Ain't gonna be that easy. Northwood not giving up this series without a fight. Caillou getting aggressive on bound, finds the pick onto Boat, and Dip will start using the Hunter's Fury. Gets a tag onto Instinct, but it's not enough to confirm the kill.
Take flight.
And with that early pick, the numbers advantage has gone in favor of SCC. Darkus has to be careful. We'll get pinged by the alarm bot. And we are going to see Giza swing. Oh, no, Giza playing so patient. Buying time. Spots Darkus as well, just as the Viper Orb is going up. Fall back. Oh, no. Ali stuck that. And Giza will find the pick. Benji, though, has the operator in hand. Finds the pick onto Giza. Dip finds another kill. Cross map as well. And now the Viper Spit is going to go down. Hunter's Fury to try to stop the plant. And Benji's going to drop the op to pick up a rifle to play better support. 40 seconds left for them to try and make a plant in this Viper's Pit. Seth's got to try and make a play. He has a snake bite. Is going to force them off the angle, but eventually will get sprayed out by Benji. 2v3 now. Smiley, Caillou have to fight through this Viper's Pit together. It's going to be a pretty tall ask. I don't think there's an hour drone available, so nope. No recon either as Dip able to find the backstab. Gonna try and swing onto Smiley. Jiggle peeking, but Smiley is so wary of multiple pushes. Dip's gonna try and fall back, play life. Their economy isn't that great. Here's the door open. Just for some extra cover, beautifully done by Smiley. But in the end, it is Benji that closes out. Were they able to recover the operator as well? That's the question that I want to know. Judging from this, I don't think they were able to recover the operator, but that's okay. Timeout coming out from SCC, the first that we see on the day, because this is the largest lead that Northwood has had so far in this series. And if I'm Coach Hybrid here, I want to make sure that while it's good to see Instinct get aggressive, we don't want him doing it by himself. We don't want him to accidentally swing in a 1v3. Put some utility there to support him. Paranoias, shock darts, whatever it is to try and even up those numbers. Because far too many times I've seen Instinct go down, and without a big gun player like Instinct, it make it really hard for these retakes. So that's something I want them to focus on. Meanwhile, Northwood just more than happy to play time. They're more than happy to utilize all 1 minute and 49 seconds of the round. It almost feels like it's a mental exercise. They wanted to go down 0-2.
You want to play? Let's play.
Nah, they just were outclassed. Those first 2 maps, the recon dart's gonna come out. Tour de Force now used by Benji as well. And this is what I like. I like this aggression here. I see Mound putting a lot of utility there and putting many bodies to try and hold control. Meanwhile, they're just gonna let Darkest continue to roll up here. Should get spotted by the alarm bot. There you go. Poison Orb as well from Seth. Doesn't matter. Giza has already played back and given up the site. They're going to be opting for this retake now. Poison Orb will go down. And Dip should get the plant down. First 5v5 retake of the map. On the side of Northwood, they don't have the ultimates that they had prior. Still a 5v5 until Ali strikes. Beats down on Instinct. Benji also gets a pick with the shorty. Ali finds another. Darkest finds another. Now it's just Seth in a 1v4. He only has the Stinger in hand. And gets a couple of headshots, but it's not enough. Dip closes out. That's going to be 7 on a half. And if you're Northwood playing on Lotus on attack, you need at least 7. So they've guaranteed themselves the winning round. Winning half, actually. They get another or even a third and bring it to 9. That would be perfect. Might not be so easy though. There are some ultimates, key ultimates like the lockdown and the Viper's Pit on the side of SCC that they could utilize to try and string together that 4th round. If they want to see that continued aggression on that B side, this time it's Benji getting aggressive. Instinct gets away with their life. Jago peeks it, and Benji was unable to find the elbow. But this does give them space to move up on A. And it's going to be another similar situation. Shock Dart to try and clear any Killjoy utility. But Giza's so aware of that. Switching up the placement of his utility. So another slow round. Both teams trying to feel each other out. Owl drone to try and get some information. Chamber trip as well. Tree not fully cleared, but I think it should be enough for them to realize that there isn't anyone there. Instinct now gonna try and get a swing. The trademark will be destroyed. He's gonna try to swing on spots the hip. Doesn't peek. Instinct fully swings out. Finds the pick on the Benji. So they get 2. Venn diagram lockdowns now on both teams to try and force each other back. But all of this is still in favor of Northwood. They've gotten the plant down. Darkest finds the pick as well to try and bring the numbers down, but he's caught. There should be enough space for him to get out though. Both somehow still on the site. And he's gonna try and find a pick, but the Paranoia is so strong. The combo with the double satchel. Now it's just Darkest in the 1v4. Finds one. They almost line up for him, but there's just too many members of SCC left for him to deal with. And SCC will put up their 4th after their timeout.
Last round before the switch.
Benji there may have gotten a little bit overzealous. Unable to hit that operator shot. Instinct really getting the best of them. Despite dying first so many times. Instinct always ready to swing.
Scanning ahead.
Now that recon dart, try and get some information on that rubble area. Bolt finds the first pick on the Smiley, and here goes another patented dip execution. The Hunter's Fury onto that C site. And Bolt going crazy right now, finds the 2nd. And the numbers have fallen on the side of SCC. They're gonna try and rotate now because they've heard the KJ utility. And they're gonna go towards that B side. Hopefully finding the hole in the defense. Caillou and stuff now. Gotta re-clear rubble area. And now that they know that nobody's rubble, fast rotate is gonna come over onto that B side. Everything is being heard though by Darkest. He's lurked in. They're ready to execute here. The snake bite onto Bolt. He will get the plant, but he will fall. Thank you for your sacrifice, Bolt. Seth now utilizing the Viper Spin so he can get a clear path to the spike. Instinct also uses the showstopper, but that show was stopped instantly by Benji. Seth though will find the pick onto Darkest. However, the spike is planted for them. They're unable to get the pings. Benji unable to hit the shot. He's gonna re-swing that Dark Cloud in such a great place to cover, but it's too late. The numbers have already fallen for SCC. Northwood closing out that first half, 8-4. Exactly what you need to see from the attack side. But it's not exactly a safe half for Northwood. SCC still have a chance to come back on this. This is an attack-sided map. And these pistol rounds, always so important. If Northwood can clinch these pistol rounds, then they can very well clinch the map and stay alive in this series. Look at this aggressive push here onto that B main angle. The paranoia comes through in the swing, but it's Caillou who finds the first pick. And Bolt taking massive damage. Gonna get spotted out through the smoke, and that play dissected perfectly by SCC. Ali will find a pick though, but it's not enough. Now it's just gonna be Darkest and Benji left
One enemy remaining.
in this. Nope, just Benji. 1v4. It looks like any plan that Northwood tried to get aggressive, it was stifled by SCC. Headhunters not landing. Caillou finds the pick. Pistols go to SCC. They stay alive.
Charges.
And it's ever important for SCC now to hold on to this extra pistol round. They need to try and close the gap. The only concerning thing for me is they only run 2 rifle rounds in that first half. They won both pistols, and they're likely to win this one as well. But can they string together enough rifle rounds to make this competitive? Meanwhile, C angle, that rubble area is just a cluster right now. Instinct finding the pick with the judge. With Smiley there to support with 3 phantom shots to the face. Now it's just Bolt left. Bolt, get your ultimate orb. Try to stay afloat. There ain't too much you can do here, buddy. You got the classic in hand, and that's about it. You can try to die to spike to prevent an ultimate orb landing on the other side. Or you can try to take down some armor. But that's really it. And they are going to try and go hunt for him. See Seth very close to making contact. Got to be disciplined and clear this angle, though. And he does. Gets the judge. Closes it out. Second pistol round found by SCC. Now this is going to be a buy round on the side of Northwood. But if you look at SCC right now, they have more than enough credits for this bonus round that it doesn't even look like a bonus. You still have Instinct with the double satchel judge. Meanwhile, you have Darkest on the side having to invest in a Guardian. So it's pretty much an even round.
Focus.
It's just that SCC have massive credit advantage right now.
Here.
To execute now from SCC, slowly trying to push up onto that A site. Benji getting a little bit too aggressive there. He's gonna swing into 3. That's gonna open up the A site immediately. SCC gonna fall right in, taking advantage of that hole. They will get the plant down, and they will set up the swarm grenades for this close plant situation. And Caillou finds a pick off of this one-way. They had so much time to set that up, Seth, knowing this map like the back of his hand. And this is going to be very tough for Northwood to try and bring it back. I think the play here is to opt for the save. There's just too much utility to have to try and fight through. Sometimes all it is just one pick. Benji going down, opened up the site. Darkest now trying to get a cheeky lurk kill. He's gonna fall back and honestly kind of just leaves Ali on his own, but they're getting double pinched. Ali's gonna get taken down by Smiley, and Darkest will find one and a second, but unable to find the third. Smiley swings through and gets the pick. Massive equal damage being done by SCC.
Right here.
Teleport's ready.
And Instinct now finding the first pick onto Dip. They tried to get aggressive on that rubble area, but Instinct was ready for it.
Recalling my bot.
Bit of an eco round coming out from the side of Northwood. So they tried to get aggressive, try to see if they could get a quick pick. They were unable to do so. And a lot of damage being taken by Instinct right now, but not enough. Now they're gonna try and work up onto this B site now.
Out of charges.
And Darkest is already there. But Caillou finds a pick onto Bolt. The weaponry is just too strong on the side of SCC. Instinct now with 1 HP, but somehow still sprays through the smoke, and everything that could go wrong for Northwood is happening right now. Giza finds the pick as well, and it's just gonna be Ali in the 1v5. Has a Sheriff in hand, but is unable to find anything with it. Flawless round coming out from the side of SCC as they're able to equalize at 8.
Here.
And all of this comes on the fact that SCC were able to capitalize on these bonus rounds and these pistols rounds. They come down. Benji finally has the operator in hand. He's gonna try and take control of that mound area, but the hit is going towards A.
Placing alarm bot.
And Instinct's gonna double satchel right into rubble to take aggressive positioning here. And as we see, a lot of utility being thrown over on that A side. They're gonna try and clear out any of these close aggressive angles. Out drone as well to try and confirm anything. Dip should spot one, spotted two, and now they hear the tree being open, so they should know most of the hit is over on that A side. Darkest is about to make contact with Giza here, but Giza's the one that gets the best of him. And it looks like SCC has just got to read on exactly the way that Northwood likes to play, especially on their defense. Just patiently waiting it out. Meanwhile, though, Northwood gonna try and retake control of rubble here. But they've left Seth, and Seth able to find the timing on 2 collateral headshots. Everything going in favor of SCC right now. Bolt will get a consolation kill, but that might be all he can get. Smiley's gonna close it out, and SCC win the equalizer. They finally take the lead after being down 8-4.
Is only as good as their skill, and there we have some beat.
This is just a masterful performance coming out from SCC, dissecting every single one of Northwood's plans. Now Northwood's faced with another eco round, but from what I've seen today, they just don't have the same type of coordination that SCC does have on their eco round. Now we see an aggressive push on that rubble area. They try to take Mound. Meanwhile, Ali has pushed all the way up here. Past A Rubble. Has the Outlaw in hand. But Benji is going to get caught in a bad place. And they'll get taken down. And the members of Northwood are just dropping like flies. Ali makes contact with Seth as well, but unable to find any picks. The spike, however, is still in spawn. And Smiley's there to support. And it's just not happening. Every single member of Northwood swings into 3.
Flawless.
The map doesn't work out, but that's exactly what we're seeing here, ladies and gentlemen.
Remember, your weapon is only a tool. You can't just shoot. You have to think.
Northwood need to pull this right here. They gotta stop the bleeding. They have been unable to defend a single round so far this half.
Alarm bot out.
SCC is in full control right now. Darkest is gonna try and push up here. Will take down the turret. It seems that they've also identified the weak point here. Darkest is gonna have to rotate off. They're gonna try to give up B and go for a retake setup. And the shadow step coming out from Smiley here. Another Hunter's Fury execution. Bolt will find a pick on the Smiley though. So the numbers do fall in favor of Northwood right now. Dip trying to clear this B area. Just to confirm, but we do hear the turret, the doors being turned. And he did spot 2. Darkest will spot Instinct as well, but do they have anything to take him out? No. Northwood playing very safe now, not trying to get too aggressive because they do have the numbers advantage. The plant now going down on that B side, and Instinct has been left here to lurk, trying to see if he can get any picks. Lockdown being invested as well, but there is a Hunter's Fury to counter, and Q not only counters the lockdown, but gets Bolt as well. Giza takes advantage of that to swing through, but Ali will find the pick, but might not be enough. Now, in the 2v3, Benji and Darkest left. Just Benji. Benji will hit a headshot with the operator, but it's not enough. Seth right there to immediately trade. That's 11 on the board for SCC. That's 7 in a row for SCC. And this is looking grim. What do you do here as Northwood? You have to save. You can't even force up here to make this competitive. You have to save, give up match point, and make sure that you have enough credits to play for match point. Benji has Tour de Force right now, and they're going to try to heavily invest it onto that A side. Showstopper coming out from Instinct, but will instantly taken out by Bolt. Giza, however, finds the pick on to Dip, and Benji gets a collab with the Tour de Force. This round's on his back right now. He's gonna try and swing. No, the timing's not there. Smiley finds it. And despite the heroics of Benji, they do get the plant down. Benji able to thin the numbers a lot, though. So a rifle is gonna be recovered by Ali here.
Cover going out.
He's gonna try to swing through, trying to isolate Q with that Dark Cloud, but Smiley's so trained on that angle, evens up the numbers. They're gonna try and slip through here. Caillou hiding in the smoke, just waiting. He knows that it's a fake. Dark Cloud resets here. And Caillou's gonna get the spray dude, but Darkest has the head angle. Don't fake, baby. Smiley gets the pick, Darkest finds the kill, and that's 9 on the board. They convert the Thrifty round, prevent match point. Northwood is still staying in this.
That works.
Comes down to this. They convert that equalizer round. I mean, they convert that Thrifty round, staying alive a little bit longer, preventing match point. But the buys on the side of SCC, still full. Caillou's gonna try and use an hour drone to clear through tree.
There.
And Dip able to get out of there from that dark cloud. The lockdown's gonna come through, and Ali's gonna try and do something about it. He will find a pick, but he won't be able to destroy the lockdown. Trades are going even on both sides, but they have to fall back. Starkist is going to get caught out here. Yep. Swarm grenade is there as well. They're gonna try and push him, but he does have somebody to save him. No, Smiley just pushing right through the paranoia, finds both of them. Now it's just Benji left in the 1v3. He has the operator in hand. This is such a tall task to ask of him. I think they're just gonna opt to save and give up that match point. Oh, it looks like he's gonna trade out for a Vandal and try to fight this, but it's so difficult. Chamber doesn't have any sort of utility that really helps set him up anymore. We'll find a pick on the Smiley. That's one. Does he expect another? Big money Benji right now has the headhunter, but no, Caillou has the story. And Caillou closes it out. It is match point for SCC. It's not just map point. It is game point, match point, set point, whatever you want to call it. SCC close out this round. They will be your winter CVAL North Regional Finals champions. That was a mouthful. And that would be huge. A huge confidence booster for SCC. Finally taking one over Northwood. But they have to close out. There's still a buy available, it seems, on the side of Northwood. SCC trying to aggress on that mound area, but the paranoia is going to come through. Northwood's going to try and take aggression. Counter paranoia comes out. And Benji will find a big instinct, however, getting the better of the two. As they find the picks that they need. Ali's going to try and fall back a little bit. And it is yet another equal match point that Northwood's trying to go against. They're unable to recover those rifles. Oh, and the owl drone instinct follows right through. They get the pick onto Ali, and now it's a 4v2. They can get the plant. Viper's Pit for good measure. And Northwood, it's not looking good for them. They're gonna have to take a miracle to pull this out. But what can they do? They can't save. It's match point. Dip has to go in there, but he only has the Guardian Instinct. He's an animal right now. No fear. Just gonna push out. Waits for the reload. Finds the pick. Bolt will get one, but he only has the Stinger in hand. It's a 1v3. SCC have a chance to win it out. Bolt finds one. Trying to trade out for the Phantom. He does. There's no bullets in it, though. Clock not on his side right now. He's gonna have to try and follow through. But he's taking up so much damage. He finds another pick onto Bolt. He's gonna have to try and defuse. The swarm grenade for good measure. Giza does it. SCC are your North Region winter champions. They take down Northwood not only once, knocking them into the losers bracket, but they do it again for the championship. The rivalry between these two are still going strong. But this time, it's SCC that comes out on top. Dominant performance from SCC. Beating Northwood twice in the same tournament is not an easy thing to do. And they do it in dominant fashion. 30 and a handshake. Not the result I was expecting today. I knew these two teams had played together many times. I was expecting a much closer series, thinking that this would go all the way to 5. But I think SCC really done their homework on Northwood. A lot of the plays that we saw Northwood try to execute on these same 3 maps yesterday, SCC had a counter for every single one of those plays. They dissected every single plan that Northwood tried to throw at them. That, coupled with beautiful, beautiful buddy system, beautiful gun and crosshair placement, SCC were able to win out. And that was a banger of a matchup despite it being 3-0. I think the analyst desk will have a wonderful time picking apart that series because it was a pleasure for me to cast it. I hope it was a pleasure for you guys to watch it. Northwood, your defending national champs, being defeated at the regional level. It's honestly unheard of. So this may be the dawn of a new king. But across the other regions, we're seeing some very strong teams as well. So make sure you're checking out the mainstream at twitch.tv/UniEsportsNA, where you can find highlights of all 4 games, as well as coverages of all 4 matches from our analyst desks. But it is going to be St. Clair Saints who win out the North bracket. They defeat the Kings, and now they have a target on their back as being the teams to beat in this year's CVAL. And who knows? We still have the spring regionals coming up in a few months. Northwood this time will be the challenger, and they'll be looking for revenge. I must say today, I think Northwood did play well, but they didn't have that same cohesion. They didn't have the same composition that SCC was bringing out. There was so much team play. But with that, we get to crown SCC as your champions of North. Player of the game, player of the match. Who do I have it? I gotta say, it goes to Giza. I mean, Giza was such a anchor on every site that he played. Northwood tried to push into him, and he would find himself in multiple 1vx situations, and it wouldn't matter. Giza always was able to hold his own against multiple opponents and come out on top. So that would be my pick. MVP of this matchup, Giza. Don't be mistaken for Geezer. This kid is crazy. And that's going to be it for me today on this North stream. Make sure you guys are checking out the other regions. I'm going to hop over to provide color for the South region. So make sure you guys are tuning into that as well. And once again, big shout out to Uni Esports. Make sure you're checking out the main stream, twitch.tv/UniEsportsNA. I've been your play-by-play commentator, Jackson 5K. I'll see you over there on the South stream. Peace.